so I can kind of run through it. And anybody that wants to know how to start in Fantasy Grounds will be ready to go. Once you get into Fantasy Grounds by joining a campaign, you close off like the first couple boxes that open, and you go over to your library, open modules, go to activation, and then activate any applicable books that your dungeon master wants you to use. I say do all the purple ones because those help with like different effects and different features inside the program that this guy's coded and done a really good job of making things more smooth. And then just whatever books you're thinking you're going to pull from, like the Player's Handbook, maybe the Sword Coast Adventures Guide or something like that, or whatever's available that you see. And if you're looking for a book and you don't see it, just let me know because I probably have it and I just haven't opened it because I wasn't going to use it necessarily. Not that we can't, I just don't care to. Like it's fine either way for me. Does that make? Were you able to find some books and stuff, everybody, that's in there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. It just
and
helps.
You just click load filter once we're done, or
so yeah, just hit the load, and then when it says unload, it's loaded, and you're Gucci. And now, when you have modules open, these are actually all the books. So they're the actual books. Like you can go into if you click on like the Player's Handbook, you can open the reference manual, and it's got the literal book in here that you can buy. Like it's just that it's all digitalized and made kind of cool to look at, easy to get through, and reach right from this panel.
Okay.
So that's super nice. You might need to get into these Rob Toohey ones as well at some point to find certain effects and stuff, but that's advanced stuff. We don't need to like sweat it right now. It's not super important. Right. Let me know once you guys are ready with your where you are as far as modules goes, and I can move on to character creation.
I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I to be honest, I'm just kind of throwing them all up there in case they're needed.
Okay, cool, no worries. And then
that's pretty much the same thing I did. So.
Cheyenne, any luck on your end?
Basically, I have the Fairgrounds updater engine going on right now.
It's still going?
That's progress though?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, just I guess keep working on it, and when we get there we do.
Yeah.
Hi, is it Kalina?
Okay, everything's loading.
Yes, but I go by Cal.
Alright, well, Cal. Nice to meet you. I'm Dane. I got Jacob, Mike, and Cheyenne. All new friends and old strangers, so pretty welcome there. So far, from what I understand, Cheyenne leans towards a fighter class of some sort. Mike is thinking some sort of arcane spellcaster. Jacob's still kind of open. And then, what are your preferences?
I have not thought about it yet.
Okay, no, that's a good answer. That's totally fine. I know. Have you played ever?
I played one campaign that only lasted 8 sessions, so...
Okay, but still 8 sessions. I mean, that's you've been submersed in water. You've been blessed by Dungeons & Dragons. Time to learn more. So, a quick background. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons since, 1990, give or take, with like such as Earth Dawn and things. Mike's been there a good portion of that time as well. Cheyenne's pretty new. Jacob's pretty new. And you're relatively new too, it sounds like. So... no questions wrong. We're not going to have any dumb questions or bad questions. We're just going to get through tonight, at least character creation, at the very least, just depending on how long it takes. It doesn't always have to take long, but sometimes people take longer than others, and there's no judgment. We're just going to work through it. Once we get done making the characters, and as we're making the characters, we'll discuss what kind of campaign we're looking for, what kind of like feel. And what I mean by that is, do you guys want like a grim dark, super realistic, hard to not get murdered, real easy type game? Do you want to have a comical, fun, goofy time where, stuff doesn't really hurt as bad as maybe it could if we were playing a lot darker game? Or somewhere in between, like, do you want murder mystery, or you just want to do hack and slash stuff? Like, we'll talk about those different options and things, and there's a lot of them out there. Those aren't the only ones. But those are just a couple ideas. Cal, I'm gonna text you the password to get into the game for Fantasy Grounds. Do you have Fantasy Grounds open?
Yes. I'm just trying to log in.
Okay, so if do you have join game or join campaign as a button on the left there?
No, not yet.
Once you get Fantasy Grounds open, just let me know, and I will walk you through how to get in. I did just Facebook you the password. You're just going to search for me. My name is Dane. You just search for Dane in the Dungeon Masters section. There's like a space where it says, find a GM or whatever. You'll search for me, and I'll probably be the only one. And the game name is Case of the Wednesdays. So just once you get to that point, just let me know. Cheyenne's kind of in the same boat. She's trying to get it to open. And, new programs and things on your computers can take time. So I'm going to go back to Mike and Jake. Jacob, don't care?
As long as it's not late to dinner, I don't care.
All right, yeah, you're not late to dinner. Totally fine. Now that we've got your modules open, you can close library if you want, and you'll click on player and characters, and you should get a little empty box, and it says character wizard. Don't click that. I don't use it because I don't know. I've had it mess up on me. I don't like it, but it's actually a really good tool once you've played for a while and you start to use it. But initially, I like to just hit the little plus box. See the little plus sign at the bottom? It's green.
Yeah.
There we go. Looks like Mike got his open, and so did Jake. So now that you've got those open, I'm going to do it with you guys just so that anybody watching the stream, which I am streaming right now, so like it is live. If you need to see what we're doing or you want to just watch what's happening, since even if you can't get in, it's just DMDBI on Twitch. But essentially, once you get in there, you're going to do it. You're going to go to you're going to open character at the bottom on the right there, and then you're just going to work your way down. You're going to have to choose these in the order that they're listed there. So the first thing we're going to pick out is backgrounds by clicking on it, and the way you get your background over to your character sheet is you'll just left click and drag the shield next to the background you want. And all of these backgrounds, if you click on the name, they open up and tell you about them, tell you what you get, tell you the different things, and even have the personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws available in table form at the bottom of each of them, okay?
So when I clicked on the plus sign, it brought up like a character sheet.
Yep, perfect. That's perfect. Now that you've got that open, it should be blank.
Yeah.
And then you'll, on the right-hand side on the bar there where it says character,
oh, okay.
You'll click that, and it'll open all these different tabs like backgrounds, classes, feats, races.
Gotcha.
First thing you'll do is click on background, and then backgrounds opens, and there's a whole bunch of different backgrounds listed in there. And basically, this is where we're conceptualizing what kind of person you are inside the world. What were you doing up to this point, or how were you trained? Now, we're starting at level 1, so it's not likely that you're like the Lord of Thunder. You're no Thor. You're not, probably not the the general of an army, but you could be a soldier that was trained and deserted, or you could be a spy that came to this city or town to see how much spare wares they have that could maybe get robbed by a local criminal organization, or you could be a criminal. There's a bunch of different options in there. Kind of how you want to imagine your character that you're going to play acting or being seen is what this comes from. And it does give you skills and things like that, so those are nice.
And how do we select one of them?
So you'll just left click and drag on the shield that's next to the name of each of the backgrounds, and then drop it on background on that character sheet.
Okay.
On the line right below background. So I'm gonna make a bard. So I'm gonna choose entertainer, and it automatically added acrobatics and performance for me. You'll see in the chat box on the left, whatever, when you add them to your sheets, you'll see what what's getting added. Any luck, Cal or Cheyenne?
Everything's just still downloading. Sorry, I'm kind of in the country, so my Wi-Fi can get a little slow.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. I am just now joining.
Okay, cool.
You don't care what reference source we pull from, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, do you have something in mind that you want to bring up? I mean,
No, I just want to make sure that I'm staying within the limits that you want for the game.
I honestly don't care. This is a completely random game that I just whimsically threw together.
Okay.
And like we'll have fun with it, and it's more for a learning experience and a good time than it is for anything. So I mean, if you make something crazy, I guess that is what it is. I think for learning's sake, sometimes it's better to not go too nuts with crazy weird stuff because then it's like that much more you have to learn in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds like if Cheyenne's stuff ever works, she'll jump in and be a fighter type. Mike's probably halfway done making a wizard already.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking a druid is what I'm kind of leaning towards.
Okay, yeah, that's doable.
I've seen people have some fun with being a druid, so I'm kind of thinking that's the way I want to go.
So did you choose Far Traveler or Outlander, or what did you choose?
I picked Outlander there.
Outlander, okay. Now you go down the list. So we've already grabbed our background. Now you go to classes. And you do the same thing with classes. You just drop Druid on, or Wizard, or Sorcerer on, to where it says class and level. There you go, perfect. And just do it the one time, because you're level 1, it says the one next to you, because that's what level you are.
Yep.
Automatically calculates your proficiency. And then
when it
go ahead.
When it has me pick my proficiency skills, do I just click on it here, or do I have to drag the shield still?
No, just click on them, and then it'll give you a check mark and finish.
Now, when it comes to the classes, wasn't there a specific sect that you wanted to come from, like from the player's handbook or something like that?
Yeah, ideally from the player's handbook. I mean, that's what I mean, it's just because it's going to be easier. I mean, he chose Druid. That's fine.
Well, I mean, like sorcerers, for instance, you got unearthed sorcerers, you got D&D player handbook sorcerers, you got D&D Sword Coast Adventures sorcerers.
Well, what are you
see
looking
I'm
at? Is there one specifically standing out?
Nothing that's really standing out to me. I just wanted to make sure that it's like he was saying earlier. I want to make sure that all this is going to be user friendly.
Sure. I think it's fine as long as you have it open, and it should link up okay.
Okay.
Just don't go too nuts on me with all your vast knowledge. All right, Cal, are you in? Do you mean to start from fresh for you to kind of give you the idea of
that would be wonderful.
Okay. So now that you're in the Fantasy Grounds, and I'm going to run through it again, by the time you're here, Cheyenne, whether or not you've actually been in here, seen it, you're going to know. You're going to have it memorized. So it's totally cool.
I've been listening this entire time. I'm like, okay, I know how to do this now.
It sounds easy enough. So now that you're in, Cal, first thing you're going to do is go over to the Library tab on the far right.
Okay.
And underneath the Library tab, you'll see the tab that says Modules. You'll click on that, and then on the left-hand corner of that box that opened, you'll see Activation. And click on that. And then a bunch of modules to activate will show up. You'll want to go ahead and load all of the ones with the purple background from Rob Toohey. And then find like the player's handbook at least for now and open that one. And then any other books that you might think you want to pull from, go ahead and open them. I think Unearthed Arcana has some kind of wonky stuff in it, so I don't know if that's a great one to pull from if it's available, but most of the other stuff is relatively okay. I see somebody figured out how to make a face.
Yeah,
that's you. You should be able to get more tokens.
I had to completely download a whole system bullshit into my computer. I'm sorry, guys. I'll mute myself. I'm in, by the way. Sorry.
Who's in? Cheyenne, you're in?
Yeah, what's the password?
So I'll text it to you. Since
thank you.
Just because we're streaming, I don't want people to be able to jump in on us.
No, yeah, I completely understand.
When it comes to feats, are we limited to how many we can do, or is it just one? How does it?
So you actually don't get feats as a rule in 5th edition.
Okay.
That actually just comes into play if you choose not to take an ability modifier when you're leveling up.
Okay.
So if you're playing a human, for instance, but you decide not to take the bonuses, like the +1s all around, or the variant +1 or +2 to whatever stats for ability scores, if you chose not to do those, I would give you a feat instead. But we haven't even rolled the skill ability scores yet. We've got our background and class, and once you pick your race, then we'll be able to figure out the rest.
Okay. So just do background, class, and race for right now.
Yep.
Okay.
It'll be easiest to just try and get everybody caught up. So I'm sorry, you're right there, I imagine, Cal. And then Cheyenne, are you able to start your character as well then?
I'm in. Everything is just downloading down. It says acquiring the list.
Okay. So you're not fully in, but you're mostly in. Got it.
Yeah.
Cal, so did you get the modules open? You're good there?
Yes.
Okay, now you can close library, and you're going to go to the player tab underneath library and open characters. And in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a plus sign that's green. Just click that, and that opens you a new character. You should have a character sheet at this point. Let me see. Where's my character at? There it is. And once you have a character sheet, you can close player and go down to character tab below campaign on the same right-hand panel. And then you'll see backgrounds. You'll open backgrounds, and you'll find one you want, and they all... If you click on them, they all have a list of what they are and what comes with them and everything like that inside them. But you basically left-click and drag on the shield next to the word and just drop it onto your character sheet where it says background on that line right there. Okay. And you're all done. You got Druid. Did you pick a race? Any race ideas for you? Looks like Mike got his race on there. What about for you, Jake? Any race?
Kind of going through it here. I'm indecisive about it. Is there one that's better than the other for a druid?
Druid's cast off of Wisdom. So I don't remember off the top of my head what class gets a Wisdom bonus. It might be a dwarf even, but I'll have to look, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm kind of clicking through right now and taking a look at them.
Gnomes get intelligence, right? No, gnomes get... I mean, you get ability score increases with any of them on some stuff. The gnomes get intelligence, it looks like. Humans get either +1 to all their ability scores, or they get +2 to 1 or +1 to 2. Depending on which way you go, or if with humans, if you don't take anything, you get a feat.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with just the standard human for this first run.
Okay, and then are you going to take the +1s, or are you going to do the variant?
I'm going to do the variant.
Okay, are you going to do feat, or are you going to take the +2 to any?
I'm going to take the... Well, it says choose 2 abilities from the list below to increase by 1.
Yep.
So I'm just going to take 2 of those.
Okay. Now, just so you know, that means I believe you do get a feat then with that, actually, without because you didn't take all the ones. I think you get a feat. So that would be the way to get a feat and have just 2 bonuses. So that's kind of nice.
Okay. You said druids base off wisdom, correct?
I think that's right.
I think so too. I'm not sure.
So I've played a lot of editions of this and different versions of things, so I always have to double check. And there's never any judgment on my side. Feel free to judge away on yours.
Druids are intelligence and wisdom. For the saves, primary ability is wisdom.
Yeah, let's see. Yep. Saving throws is intelligence, wisdom, right? Yep.
Yep.
How's it coming in? Let's see. I got a charlatan. Okay, that's cool. And any luck on getting loaded up more, or still waiting?
Oh, I'm in. I'm in campaign setup right now. It's really tiny writing. Data modules.
Okay, yeah, you should be able to close out any initial boxes that opened up and just go to the library and do the modules, and then open those different modules.
Alright.
So I need a race for my random guy I'm making here. I'm just gonna have a human too. Excuse me. Okay, so I guess just let me know what kind of help you guys need from me. Feats are going to go on your abilities tab. So on your character sheet, you'll all notice once you're in and you are going on the character sheet, there are tabs along the right hand side for skills, abilities, and inventory, notes, log, and actions. For your abilities, that's where you put the feats. If you are choosing any feats, you just drop it right on the feats area at the top. Above features.
All right, so I got my race, my background, and my class, and you said just hold up there.
Yeah, I mean, I can keep pushing forward with you. That's not a problem. I don't have any problem with that.
No, that's fine. I can chill. It's all good. I'm in no big rush.
Me neither.
Okay, so I'll just keep talking, and whatever you guys can end up doing as I go through and pick up, let me know. And then if you need help with anything or you're not catching up, I know you got to look at different things and read stuff, so I don't expect to get it right away. If you left click twice on the black portrait on the left hand corner of your character sheet, you'll get a select portrait menu. There'll be a bunch of bags that have different portraits in them. You can open the folder and it'll populate a full folder, and you can drop a picture in there to make your portrait show up, like if you want a specific portrait you have on your computer or something like that. Let's see what else we got.
As I immediately go to Google and start looking for cool pictures.
Right. I feel like tokens is a good keyword to have on there because you kind of just want the headshot.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cool.
Cool.
So that's how you add it. If you double click it when you put it on, it'll give you a token on the right hand side as well. Yeah, so looks like you're doing good there. Other things you can do, since you're kind of the farthest along, Mike, I'm just going to start with you, and then I'll take care of Jake next since he's the next farthest along. We're going to go ahead and roll some ability scores for you, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So on the bottom left-hand corner, you should have some dice. If you go to the D6 there and right-click on it, you can go to times 4 and just drop it in the dice tray. And you're going to do that 7 times.
Oh.
Also, I know.
Oops.
I know that the screen. I didn't see that because it wasn't the dice tray. I know the screen can get a little full of stuff. So if you right-click on the dice tray and unlock it, you can actually resize that to better fit your screen and like clear up the top half or something and make it just like more of a rectangle or shorter, fatter rectangle or even a square if you'd prefer.
You say 4 or 5?
Roll 4 dice 7 times. Let me get rid of that.
There we go.
Let me get rid of that.
Thank you.
Okay, so that is a 13 because we're taking away the lowest. I'm going to keep track of it for you. So 13 and 14 and 11, 15 and a 14. That's a good one.
Yeah.
17. That's a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, that is
1, 2, 3.
that's
4,
7
5.
times. Roll 1 single d6 for me. No, roll 2 separately.
Roll 2 separately?
Yep. Okay. And roll another d6. And I'm going to take away the lowest. That's actually really good scores after I give you the background sauce. There you go, Mike.
Okay.
So I had you re-roll the ones.
Yeah.
So we're going to play a relatively epic-ish campaign, I imagine, as far as how... I'm not going to let you guys be super weak. It's going to feel like you're weak as shit the first game or two because you're probably going to die. But I'm also going to beef you up relatively. So, all right, as soon as Mike is done placing his scores, let me know, Mike, because then I'm going to have Jake... I'm going to clear the panel and have Jake do his.
Sure. Let's see. Let's see. I think it's charisma. Sorcerer. So.
For a sorcerer, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what I do?
Now, when you're adding them in, though, make sure that you know that you've got your high elf ability scores in there already, so don't forget to add on top of that. Because everything started at 10. You added high elf and you got a +2 to intelligence, probably.
Wait, where do I put that in at?
It already populates with the race.
No. I mean, the 14, 15, 14. Where am I?
On the
clicking
left hand side, on the left hand side of your character sheet where it says abilities, you should be able to left click inside on the number and then start filling those in.
Abilities.
I'm not sure how you have 14 decks already. I thought you were already starting to put them in.
No. That came from the skills that they already gave me for my class, race, all that fun stuff.
Oh, you wouldn't have dexterity, like you wouldn't have a 14 dex for anything. Looks like you put elf on, or you put elf on twice.
Well, it's a subclass, high elf.
Oh, I see.
I mean, can I take one away?
No, I got it.
Okay. So wait.
So it's this. So your dex would be a 12. Dex and intelligence would be 12s then, I think.
Yeah. Well, I need my biggest one on charisma, obviously, but.
Yeah. So you just play. You mean to play some real quick, or you got it?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying, but that's what I'm running into. That's the problem. That's why I'm trying to talk to you. It's for some reason it's not. I'm clicking on things. It's not letting me change nothing. It wasn't.
I got you, bro.
I don't know what it's doing, man. It ain't letting me do it.
There you go. I think I did it.
Okay. Yeah, that looks good. I can work with that.
Yeah, I'd say it's decent for a wizard type.
Yeah.
All right, you want to go, Jake?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's rock.
What do I do here?
So just right click on the D6 on the bottom left there, and go to 4,
right.
and then just roll 4 dice like that in the dice tray right there. Yep, right, perfect. All right, we're just gonna try that again. All right, now you got the hang of it. So you'll do that 7 times. Oh.
Oof.
Yes.
Damn.
19. That's not horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, that 9 is.
Yeah.
219 is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it looks like you've got some ones to reroll too, so you can roll 1, 2, 3, 4 individual and 2 double ones. Or
Or individual.
4 individual ones and then a pair of ones. Wouldn't change anything. Wouldn't change anything. That would change that one. So instead of 10, Or instead of 6, 7, 8 plus, this will be 13 instead of 11. That's good.
So shake them dice a little hard. Get rid of them once.
And yep. Hey, that was a chuck. The 2
And then-
doesn't change anything, and then do 2 at once. Hey, that took an 8 to a 12.
All right. Not sure what I just did, but y'all are cheering, so I'm with it.
So okay, so I essentially have you roll 7 times for what would be 6 ability scores, and I take away the lowest, but I also have you re-roll 1s out of the 4 dice, and you're only keeping the top 3 of them to add up, which is why the numbers are different than what you are seeing. There's
Gotcha.
your stats right there, though. If you're a druid and wisdom is your spellcasting class, you would have a couple of good ones to put there. Every even number after 10 is a +1. So, for instance, if you have a 12, it's +1 in charisma. If you have a 14, it's +2, and on up. So with wisdom being your main one, you probably want to make that your 19, I assume, with that 18 you have, because you have the 11 in there already.
Okay.
Because you're casting with wisdom. That's your most important thing for your spell casting ability. Strength is going to be if you're swinging heavy weapons like clubs and stuff. Dex is going to be ranged attacks, some spell attacks. Your armor class, it's nice to have that be pretty decent, in my opinion. Constitution is how many hit points you have, like how healthy you are, how well you hold up against like a poison. Intelligence is like your wizard type learning ability, like hey, it's raining outside, but like wisdom would be, oh, not only is it raining outside, but I don't want to stay out in the rain because I'm gonna catch a cold. You know, like that's the different. Like wisdom is perception and kind of thinking outside the box or whatever, whereas intelligence is kind of being able to follow direction. And then
Is it going to do the math on these automatically when I punch the numbers in, or do I have to?
no, if they're all 10s except for intelligence is 11 and wisdom I think was 11.
Yeah.
So like I already added your 18 into your wisdom for you. I can just place the rest of them if you have anyone that you want specifically anywhere. I can.
No, whatever you think is best, and I'll learn why you're doing it as it's going. So.
Okay, and whether or not these are best, some people are super big on, optimizing the build for, the
I'm just
best
here
it
to
could
have
ever
fun,
be.
man.
Huh?
I'm just here to have fun.
Yeah,
And
I know.
learn.
Super nerds though, they're like, well, you got to get exactly this to do that. And you're like, man, I'm just here to play. I'm gonna have fun with it.
I've seen some YouTube videos where people are like that. It's like, y'all need to chill.
I'm like you. I'm just here to have a good time. So at the end of the day, not a big deal.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
looks good to me.
Looks like you're all placed. Is anybody else to that point?
I still need help making a character. I can click on everything, but I can't like equip the character, if that makes sense.
What do you mean by equip the character?
Like, so I want to pick soldier for my fighter class. I don't know how to kind of add that to the.
Okay. So when you have your character sheet open and you have background open, next to soldier, there's a brown circle with a silver dot in the middle of it. Left click and drag that circle over to where it says background on your character sheet and drop it on that line. Does that work?
No. Yeah, no, that's not working. Oh, sorry.
Okay, we got a half elf rogue. Is that you, Cal?
Yes.
Okay. You can, if you want to do your dice, you can do your dice
Okay.
for now. I'm gonna see if I can figure out why Cheyenne's not working here.
Oh.
I see you've got your character sheet here open, right? I just put CHE in the top, right? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
We're on main. We're in. You went to Did you already open the modules? Did you go to library and open the modules?
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Did you go to the modules underneath the library tab and activate all of the like player's handbook and stuff?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
How many times am I rolling?
7. Are you caught up there, Cheyenne? Did you open the modules?
Yeah, I've got the modules open. It says that everything's good, I believe.
Okay, so now you can close library and the module thing, and you can go to where it says character on the right-hand side and click on backgrounds.
Yes.
And then just scroll down to where it says soldier, left click and drag that circle next to it and drop it on your character sheet on background.
Did not work. What the fuck?
Here, I dropped it on for you.
Thank you, I'm sorry.
And you want to be a fighter?
Yeah, fighter, and then race, I'm probably going to do tiefling. Oh,
Okay. You get 2 skills to choose from. Acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, perception, survival.
Probably acrobatics, and then fighting base. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Perception.
Okay, good choice. All right, so it's official. You have those, and then you said you want to be a tiefling.
Yes.
There you go. Tiefling, fighter, soldier, all on there. Let me get her scores going, and then I'll do yours. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
2. No problem. So let's
I'm
see.
loving the 2.
Go ahead, Cal.
I said I'm loving the 2 where I rolled 3 ones. It's great.
Oh yeah, that's super good for you, right? So let's see. Looks like you can roll 1d6 for the first one. Roll it again. I mean, that's better. 11 and so you get 14, and then you get looks like a 17 for that second score. That's not bad. You've got a 16 for the third score. That's pretty good because we're dropping the lowest. Then we got 11 and 12. So you get to roll 1 for this one here for the 14. Just quit rolling 1. Shake it a little more, like Mike said. Hey,
Out of there.
there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey.
That's a 16. And then we got 3 ones to roll. So now just right click and do the 3 ones. Get all 6s.
Or that.
Or that. That's pretty good. There's a, what was it? It was a 6 and a 4. 6 and 2 4s. So that's going to be, 14 for this one. Okay. Oops. And that's only 5 of them. So we've got, here's number 6 is going to be 10, is a 15, and give me 3 more ones. Or roll 3 ones. It's not ones again. 5, 3, 3. So 5, 4, and 3. So that's going to be 12 or 7. Yeah, 12. So 12 total, which is your lowest one. So there's your scores.
Okay.
And then you'll just, all you have to do, Cal, is you looks like you got your class, you're racing all in there already. Your dex is probably your strong one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would put the 16 there, which is going to give you a 17. Oh, I'm sorry, I put the 17 there, which will give you an 18, my bad. And then you've got 2 16s to get rid of next. Where do you want to go with those?
Oh boy. I have not played a rogue before, but I've always wanted to.
So are you planning on being smooth talking in the shadows, or are you planning on being real tough, or are you planning on being like not hit?
I'd say more smooth talking in the shadows.
Okay, so then you'll probably put a 16 in charisma because that'll give you an 18 in charisma as well, and then you've got another 16. It doesn't hurt to have in Constitution because it's just going to give you hit points. And then we've got 2 14s and a 15. I'd put the 15 in Wisdom, the 14 in Intelligence, and the 14 in Strength.
All right.
That's probably what I would do for now.
Alright.
And then you can click on the black box there and give yourself a portrait. And Cheyenne, any luck on can you roll dice? You think that'll work? So I don't know if it'll let you roll them.
Sorry about that. Do you need me to roll the... What did you need me to roll? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so if you're ready, we can do your ability store. So you'll want to go to where the dice are in the bottom left-hand corner, and you'll right-click on the D6, and it'll come up with the number times 4. And you'll just throw that like that 7 times into the chat box. All right.
Alrighty. Sorry about that. Okay. Got 1.
Okay. Okay.
One more.
One more time.
Yep. Alrighty. That's
Okay.
not bad.
That wasn't too bad. We're gonna fix it though. We're gonna make them better. So let's see. So I need 1d6. So just grab the d6 down there and throw it without having to open it. Just left click and drag it up. Throw it. Yeah. Okay.
3.
3 is better than a 2, so that takes the 13 to a 14. Wait, no, the 11 to a 12. Okay. And then another one of those single 6-siders.
Fuck.
Do it again.
Come on, Tickle. 3.
Okay, nothing changes. And then do 2 of them.
Sorry.
Roll 1.
Oh, shit, sorry. Oh, motherfucker. Alright.
Okay, nothing changes. That's going to be your worst one. And then just roll 1 more.
3.
And nothing changes. Okay, so those are your scores.
13, 12. That's not too bad.
Yeah, everything's above average. Obviously, I mean we're power building a little bit because I'm giving you guys extra rolls and extra ones and this and that. So no worries. And then as a fighter, do you want to be a strength or dex based fighter, like archery or fast weapons, or like big weapons and shields and stuff?
I'm sorry, archery, please.
Archery, so dex based.
Yes.
So you probably put your 16 there.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna put my 16 in Dex and 14 in. Gonna do 14 in the Strength.
Okay. Got 2 13s left.
13 in Intelligence. And then 13 in Charisma.
Okay. And then you got a 12 and a 10.
Which 2 am I missing? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now.
You have a 12 and a 10 left for Constitution and for Wisdom.
Shit. Okay, let's go and do the Great. Let's do the 10 in wisdom, and then the other one in charisma.
Constitution.
Constitution. Thank you.
Yep. There you go. And then you can also pick a portrait out by double-clicking on the black portrait up top and picking yourself a portrait. And then I think everybody's got ability scores. Everybody's got a race class background. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So now we can go into the campaign tab on the far right-hand side. You guys are going to need some equipment. So you'll go to items. And then I would make it a little bit bigger so you can see more at once because there's a ton of them. And something I always think is smart to do out the gate when you first start looking at stuff is just go in there and type in the search bar, search pack, P-A-C-K. And then make sure you're on your inventory tab of your character sheet. And then just whichever one of those packs makes most sense for your character build. Like I'm playing a bard, so I'm going to take the entertainer's pack and drop it on my equipment part there, and it'll populate on my sheet.
So, you said click on the black box to change your icon, right?
Yeah. Double click the black corner
like
box.
everything else not working.
No, everybody else has worked.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's doubles of each of the packs there. Does it matter which one?
No, just take the one from the player's handbook. That's just because you have multiple books open
Okay.
that have the same thing in it. There you go. I gave you a tiefling for now to hold you over. I'm not sure why yours isn't working. Your computer might just be real old. Do you know how much RAM you have?
I do not. I know that it's kind of slow. I'm not even really in a town.
Yeah. That could be it.
Oh. Thank you.
And then you can, I see a couple of you got names on there already. I put Kyle and Shy on there just because as placeholders, you can change your names on the name line on your character sheet.
So now beyond pack, should we be doing weapons and stuff as well?
Yes, absolutely. So that's our next step. Is once you get your pack or whatever, then you pick out your basic main weapon that you're going to be using. Go ahead and don't go crazy. Just grab a couple of things. You can get yourself a melee weapon and a ranged weapon if you'd like. And any other small trinkets, or whatever, inside 50 gold or so. And I'm probably just going to give you each a standard set of gold on top of whatever random little bits of stuff you take. I assume you take enough to have armor and moderate armor and a weapon if you're that kind of character. And you can search everything. You can break everything down to just be showing you stuff through the player's handbook. You can up at the top in the group. I think that if you ever can choose stuff out of the 5e background class equipment bundles or the coding effects as far as equipment stuff goes, if that ever is possible, choose stuff out of there. That's the same for spells. If you have spells, I'll go over that with you next. But speak to me if anybody has questions or anything. Good job, Jacob, for asking questions. That's the best way. Jake, you got like a halo.
Oh yeah, it's the light in my room.
No one said you could play an Aasimar.
Thought you said you didn't care.
I don't. All right, everybody's got their stuff placed. Yeah, and your pick. It sounds like you're just. I saw you pick quarterstaff. Just picking some standard equipment out, basically. Same
Yeah,
for
nothing
and
special.
again, it's not going to matter. It's not going to be like. I assume no one's going to go crazy and grab up like 70 knives and majestic short sword of destruction. You know, like just don't grab a bunch of magic items. Like just take basic
Wait.
stuff.
What you mean? I got to give back the ring of invisibility?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that one back, Mike.
Oh man, kid.
I know you are. All right, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back. Cheyenne, no luck for you on far as can you move items over? It won't let you move anything.
I am unable to move any items over to kind of. I can see what I'm supposed to do. I can tell. It's just it's not letting me move anything over.
Well, will it let you change your name?
No. No.
You
Sorry.
can't. You can't click on the character sheet even like to change the top line there. Like it won't let you do text or anything.
No. Yeah. I can open things, but I can't like equip it. I'm thinking it's my laptop, and it's just a really shitty laptop, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have very good RAM, it might not work.
That's okay, you know, I can accept defeat on this one. I can maybe figure it out, see if I can fix something, but I don't want to hold up the game. You guys seem like you guys are kind of pushing ahead, so...
We're fine. So I would say for you, if you want to play online, if you don't have a lot of RAM, maybe, and don't quote me, but maybe something like above Virtual Tabletop, above VTT. It's a Chrome extension. It's not a full-on program. It's just a Chrome extension. It might be less pounding on your old computer.
Okay,
You still get
sorry, I don't know why I
inspiration.
just exited out. Huh?
You still get inspiration.
Well, I really appreciate that. It
Did-
just kind of exited me out of everything, so that's fun. This is very fun right now, guys.
I'm sure you're having a blast. I can tell.
I'm enjoying it. If you can't tell, those super stressed look in my eye. Like, yeah.
But I really want this to work. Ah.
I do. I haven't played D&D in like a month, so I'm going crazy right now.
A month? Wow. Like I think I got quite a few years on you on that one. But you know, the thing is the character creation is always a long process, and it's always a pain in the ass, and especially when you're trying to do it over a computer. So don't stress out. You know, figure it out. And yeah, I mean, if anybody here is going to get shitty because it's taking you a while to get this figured out, then that's on them.
Yeah, I'm pissed. Oh wait, what?
Who said that, Dane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to go fuck yourself.
All right.
Jokingly and love.
I will jokingly and lovingly be sure to do that. That's awesome. Go fuck yourself, guy.
You may be the DM, and I should be giving you respect, but my frustration from the computer is just kind of coming out to you.
It's wearing off on me, huh? Fair enough.
Yes. Could you share some cheese, please?
All right. So, did everybody besides Cheyenne manage to get some equipment thrown on their sheets? Feel pretty good.
Yeah, I think I'm all set.
Okay, cool. And then do you have some spells at first level you need to pick out still?
Yeah, I do.
So the next thing to do then is just under character at the very bottom it says spells. And you'll want to sort this by druid just to make your life easier.
Yeah.
You'll also want to sort the group as probably... you don't need to sort the group, but you are only looking for the ones that have like parentheses and stuff in them, because you're going to have multiples. You want the ones that are coming from the 5e effects coding ones. They just have better functionality in the game for when we get down and dirty later.
Okay, so druid and then 5e effects coding.
Yeah, and you can even do like level 0 and then level 1 depending on what you're doing. The source is druid at the bottom.
Yep, so I got the source under druid, and then I got 5e effects coding spells for the filter, and then level 0 and level 1.
Yeah, so you can start at level 0. Do you know how many you get based on druid? It should say under druid if you need to look.
I'll have to look here.
Under the classes tab, you just click on druid in there and it'll open up. I'm in there now too. Looks like you get 2 cantrips at level 1, and you get 2 first level spell slots as well.
Okay.
And druids
So I
are
can
divine casters, so you just pick any 2 first and any 2 0 level spells for today.
So any 2 zeros and any 2 1s, correct?
Yep.
All right.
And really, any of the 2 first levels that you would cast, like if you pick 2 first levels, you can use the same first level twice. Just because you're picking 2 doesn't mean you need to use those 2. And I think druids maybe, and I don't know, Mike, maybe you can help me out, but I think druids actually can. I know they can at least change every 8 hours. Every long rest, they can change out the spells they're using. I don't remember if they can pick the 2 randomly through the day or if they have to like prepare them.
I don't have any druid knowledge. I ain't gonna lie to you, but
It's alright. I'll look it up.
but I mean, it sounds like he's in the same ballpark as sorcerers, and if that's the case, it's
You know some, but you get to use X amount.
right. Which at first level, he should be able to use everything he knows. That's just standard. But once he gets into the higher levels, that's when he's going to have to pay attention to which ones he's using, because he's only going to have so many.
Gotcha. I have no idea what most of these spells do, so I pulled out my player's handbook hoping they'll be in here.
They're all in here too. If you click on the spell, it'll open it up. It'll tell you.
Another,
I clicked on it, but it didn't give me a description of what the spell
Click
does.
the next link inside there too. It'll open up the book.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a double click mentality.
While you're picking out those spells, check to see if there's a component aspect to the spells. If so, grab yourself a component pouch for your equipment.
Yeah, where inside that click do I click to pull it up? Because it tells me. So when I click on the spell initially, it tells me the casting time, range, component, duration.
See, under duration, it says PHB something something. Click the shield.
Yeah, it's just attempting to open wildcard links that do not match any loaded module data.
Okay, so that means I probably haven't shared. Is it from X whatever?
Well, these are just the 5e effect coding spells.
Yeah, no. When it says like mine says PHB acid splash. Yours says X, like Xanathar's Guide to Everything. So it's XTGE.
Yeah.
So I just have to open that for you if that spell's coming from that book.
Okay.
So, Xanathar's Guide to Everything. And you said you clicked everything, so it should be cool for you. But go ahead and as soon as my computer catches up to my processes here, you should be able to in just a second. Yep, go ahead and try again. And then it should just try and open it, and then you click the check mark.
You said you want all the spells from the 5e effects coding?
Yeah, preferably because they code better.
Okay.
So if you're casting with them, it's easier to do.
Okay. No. I'll redo mine then. I grabbed them just out of the player's handbook.
Yeah, they just don't code as well, and it's for your benefit. Like the number in parentheses is like the range. So if there's like a parentheses with a 30 in it, that's a 30-foot range. So you know how far or what it just has some of the effects in the bar. Any luck, Cheyenne, or still struggling? Computer's just chilling, churning along.
No, I'm still just trying to figure it out. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. It's all good. Kyle, I think you're pretty well caught up. Rogues don't have too much to do as long as you got your items in place. And your dex base,
Rogue.
What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just talking to Cal. I was telling her I liked playing Rogue.
Mm-hmm. So do I. Something to think about. Yes, you did fantastic. Maybe grab yourself a crossbow or a longbow or something if you want as well. Totally fine.
I didn't know how many to grab, so I was like,
A dagger and a rapier is good, but I mean you can have a actual long range item too. I don't mind. Everything else looks pretty good.
There we go. Now I got it working here.
Yeah, I just needed to open it. So if you get another one like that, you just need to tell me what book it's coming from, and I can open it.
Sounds good.
I just don't have them open because I have a lot of other stuff open, and it kind of bogs your computer down if you have everything open.
Gotcha.
So sometimes less is more.
And then, is this just the drag function again to put them on?
Yeah, you just drag the spell over to the Actions tab on your character sheet on the bottom, and then just drop it, and it should auto-populate where it needs to go.
All right. So there's one.
And then, so next plan then too is, and feel free to kind of talk while people are doing stuff. If you guys have any tropes in particular you love or hate, anything that's going to offend you in general is always good to know. I try not to be too offensive, but I mean that doesn't always work.
Bald guys creep me out.
Okay, I'll do all I can to change it for you, my good sir.
I mean, for the sake of learning, I'm looking more to not die and get into different situations that are going to force me to learn different aspects of gameplay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think for some people like you guys, I don't think the Super Grim campaign is perfect right now. I think we'll stick with.
I mean, I'm down for whatever you throw at me. You're the DM, you get the final say. But like, if you're looking for an opinion, that's what I'm looking.
I am. Well, because here's the thing. I may be the dungeon master. I'm getting all powerful. but it's our game. Like, if we're going to play a game together, like, we all need to be having fun. Like, and I don't want to bring up, something crazy, like, that is going to disturb your personal mental states. And I also don't want to make it too hard or too easy on you where you just don't have fun. Like, the dungeon master just ruined my entire game. I made this character. I spent 10 hours on the backstory. I wrote this huge book. Like, I mean, yes, I'm not going to make it easy, but I will find a way to keep that character in the story just enough to however long we do. I mean, most of the time it's about the story for me more so than it is me winning or you winning or whatever, but I do also live by the dice. Yeah. So, like, I mean, I can't always not kill you, but I will, and I do make it pretty hard typically. But I think it'll be fine. We got a nice. If 3 of you play, or if all 4 of you are able to play, either way, we've got an okay starter pack of people playing. So 8 people said they were coming on the website, and that's too many. I'm not gonna run more than 6. I mean, I could, and I have. It's not enjoyable, and it's not something.
Well, from a player standpoint, any more than 5, and we're all going to be sitting around here for the next hour waiting for the guy next to us to finish doing what they're doing. So
just call me out a little louder, why don't you?
So I do like to put into place rules early on in regards to that. I'm all for you guys having to figure stuff out as we play, but I think for the first couple of games, probably 90 seconds is about all you get on your turn, and then you're going to forfeit your turn, just because I don't want to keep everybody up for that exact reason. But then as we get better at things, we'll go for 60 seconds if possible, just as far as like having your, and that's not necessarily implementation. Like if you have technical issues, it's one thing. It's just the making the decision of what your move is going to be. You should be thinking about that before it's your turn. So that when it's your turn, you can say, okay, well, this happened, so I'm going to do A or B. What's still available? Cool, I'm going to do B. Or, and that's just fair and good gameplay for the team. Because nobody wants to sit and hear the one character story the entire time. Like, there's 4 players. And the Dungeon Master wants to get his shake in too, so...
Oh, that's why I play a sorcerer, because my every move is just put a fireball up his ass.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I think that sounds like 85% of the games I've seen you in, Fire Master Drago.
Hey, don't break it if it ain't broke.
Yeah. Or break it so you can fix it with gold.
Hey.
Isn't there that one meme that's like, I don't care how big the room is, I'm casting fireball.
I didn't ask how big the room was.
I just saw that one. Alright, I think I'm set on spells here. I got 2 level 1s and 2 cantrip, or 2 level 0s.
Okay, so I lied to you. You get your wisdom modifier plus 2 spells known to pull, like that you just have available in a day, but you can only cast 2.
Okay, so break that down into Barney style.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love Barney. What's your wisdom modifier on the first page of your character sheet on the left?
It is, give me just a second, I'm a little laggy.
That's alright.
Meaning like every 5 minutes it says the thing's not responding.
Yeah, you probably
my
have
wisdom,
low RAM too.
Wisdom is 19 plus 4.
So plus 4 is what you're... So you have 4, so you have 6... total, so you get to pick 4 more spells to be able to cast today. But you only get to cast 2 a day. You just have you can have 6 ready to rock. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I can have 6 prepared spells, but I can only cast 2 a day.
Right. And you can cast the same prepared spell twice.
Okay, gotcha. I think.
So like if you have Cure Wounds and you cast it, it doesn't go away. You're still able to cast it the whole day.
So basically just pick 2 more spells to have on my list, right?
4 more.
4 more.
Because
Okay.
the cantrips are cantrips. Those aren't first level spells.
That's
4
right.
more first
That's
level spells.
Well, geez. This one could be fun.
Did you check those spells? You got components to those spells as a druid?
Yeah, so I've been seeing that. Most of them are V or S. So visual spoken, I'm guessing.
Verbal and somatic.
Verbal and somatic. Okay. I haven't seen any of them requiring like an object or anything.
Those would have an M next to them, which is for material.
There you
Gotcha.
go. Okay, so you're good then. Because like for a sorcerer, for instance, we got components that materials that we gotta have. So I keep a component pouch on my character, and basically he kind of picks things up as we go along, and kind of shoves things into that little pouch to make sure I have what I need. So, but as a druid, I would know, because like I said, I don't have enough experience, but I know enough about casters to at least look into it.
So,
So now, if it has 2 components there, like S and M, do I need to have both of those or just one of them?
somatic and material.
Okay, so I would need to have both of those to be able to cast that spell.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I got hotkeys set up. I need to not have hotkeys set up. I keep hitting the hotkeys and it keeps taking my stream to a different page. It's fine, but I need to take the hotkeys off because they're messing my world up.
hey, I mean, what you're doing on OnlyFans is your business, not ours.
$5 is $5, man.
Yeah.
Believe we support sex workers around here.
Hey, support single dads. There, I just
I'll tell you though, Feet Finder is more lucrative than OnlyFans.
Is that real? Is that a thing? I've got really nice Harfoots.
All you got to do is send pictures of your feet.
Alrighty. Feet Finder or Feet Fans?
Feetfinder.com.
All right. Well, just so happens that you guys are at the Feet Finder Inn. Don't! Cal's like, oh, well, this is session 0. I'm not okay with feet. I forgot to mention it. Get your stubby toes out of here.
I can't.
Yeah, fair enough.
Dane, we support all sex workers, not just the ones that you support, okay?
Oh, gangrene's a real problem.
Okay, I know I'm joking around, but still nothing's fucking working for me, so I'm kind of like...
Yeah, I can't help you if your computer's not up to the task.
You are okay. What I can do, well, I mean, it probably won't work.
Do you have dice?
I do. I have a whole bag of dice.
Guess what we're going to do?
Manual roll dice, yes.
We're going to recreate your character. I already got your character made. But I'm going to send you a link for Beyond.
Okay.
And then you can just, we can just make your character in there.
Awesome, sounds good.
And you can do that on a cell phone.
Yeah, well, I mean, and then you can just watch the stream and to see the board. Potentially, right?
I mean, whatever works.
I mean, that would work. I mean, I don't want you to not be able to play. I mean, if I can run your fantasy grounds for you, I have enough things going on that one other thing isn't going to kill me.
All right, I'm good to go. I got 6 spells and 2 cantrips picked up.
Nailed it. Okay.
Finally.
It takes some work. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is I just didn't know, like, the details of each one, so I had to click it up and read it as fast as possible, try to get through them.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And the good news is you're a druid, so tomorrow you get to pick 6 new spells. So if you decide you hate them or they suck or it's just not worth having, you can fix it. Because you're like, oh, wild spirits of the world, bless me with some knowledge of how to cast something.
I try to be pretty. I'm a pretty good deal with what I got kind of person, so I don't think I'm going to switch it up too much. Yeah, I was.
I saw the sleeves. I figured maybe.
Between that right there and all that.
Very nice.
Army, 8 years.
Okay, well, thank you for your service. So next step for us then, since we've got characters now, everybody who's in here at least does, and I'll get. What do you want your name to be, Cheyenne?
Let's go Sylvia right now.
Sylvia?
Yeah. That
With a
works.
Y? Not where you think it is?
Yeah, do it that way.
Anybody follow the reference?
I did not, so I'm lost on that one.
That's all right. It's just a She-Hulk thing. I've been watching She-Hulk.
I got to the first episode, and that was about it.
Oh, I think it's the 3rd or 4th episode my favorite character comes into play. She cracks me up, but that was in reference to her, actually. So I did send you the Beyond link, Cheyenne, so if you can get to it via your cell phone or whatever, on my stream I can bring up your character so you can see your stats, or really I don't care if you want to re-roll them. I just have to, well, no, don't re-roll them if you can keep the same ones, because I've already got them in Fantasy Grounds, and if I'm going to be monitoring your stuff, I need them to match.
Yeah, let's go and just keep them. Just remind me what they were so I could write them down once I get there.
Yep, that's perfect. I'm going to throw some items on her, and then for you guys, on the top right-hand corner of the screen, there's 2 crossed swords underneath where it says Tool. The Tool tab, it says 2 crossed swords. If you float over it, it says Combat Tracker. Go ahead and click that. You're going to want to put that, I don't know, you don't have to organize your screen the same way I do, but I usually put that underneath the portraits on the left. That's the Combat Tracker. It keeps track of initiative, which is really super nice. As you can see, everybody, all the player characters are in there already. And then to the right of the Combat Tracker button on the right, there's like 3 little bodies or 3 little pawn chess pieces. That's the party sheet. If you click that, you'll see actually that the party's not in there yet because I haven't dropped you in there, but I'm going to do it so now. Let me see how. This way? Yeah. And Baron Rumble Mints is on your guys' squad as well. That's my little NPC. He's going to tag along with you guys. I literally made them up as we were sitting here, so nothing too crazy. But once you're in there, you can look and see there's like order and inventory and things like that. When we get treasure and stuff, I'll actually drop it in that party sheet, and you're able to like claim it out of there to your sheet. So like if there's any like magic items or anything, you guys can see what they are and see them in there, and then talk about it and discuss it with loot, and then take it. Now the combat tracker is really nice to have because there's a couple things you can do from it. The coolest thing is that you can actually use it to do your combat. You can actually target people on there without even opening a map. But we'll have a map, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull up. Give me 1 second. Assets. Images.
What is the Twitch link, by the way?
So it's just on Zoom. You can see my name. Probably it says DMDBI. That is my Twitch handle.
And then if I remember correctly, the proficiencies I picked were perception and acrobatics, right?
Yep. Yep, that is correct. That is correct.
Fighting style and archery. Okay. And then my strength was what?
Okay, yep. Let's go, Sylvia. I'm gonna read them down. You already got soldier, tiefling, and fighter, right?
Yeah.
So strength of 14, dex of 16, con of 12, intelligence of 14, wisdom of 10, charisma of 15.
Okay, so just repeat one more time, I'm sorry.
Yep, 14, 16, 12, 14, 10, 15.
Alrighty, thank you so much.
So hopefully your guys' computers, let me know when you've got an image on them.
Yep, I've got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we open that image over your whole page, you can at the top of that where it says roadside merchant, but there's a bar and then there's like 3 little squares that says toggle toolbar. If you click that, you see the arrows pointing out, zoom to fit. You can reposition the size of things that way. It's kind of a nice way to reposition it to where it fits on your screen better. And then you can also use your mouse ball to like zoom in and out with the rolly ball on the top of your mouse. If you hold down on the rolly ball on your mouse, you can actually pan. So you don't have to like zoom in and out, but you can pan. Everybody follow?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I threw that map up there. I'm going to go ahead and throw you guys on it. And we're just going to do an example of combat initially, just so that we can see how that's going to look. You see you guys are all getting populated on the grid there. And obviously the wizard is up front. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys...
Squishy body up front.
What's that?
I said, put the squishy body up front, because a wizard.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta be fair, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm super, super fair too, so I'm just gonna make this really hard right out the gate. You guys come across this, what appears to be abandoned worker, like merchant caravan. There's not even a caravan, just a worker's wagon that has some shelves, all kinds of tossed all over, some wares kind of scattered across, some blood stains in the ground, and lo and behold, there are 2 rather large, ferocious, kind of panther-esque looking creatures. One is currently chewing on what appears to be a body. The other is kind of rooting around in the backside of this canvas tent. To give you guys a better view of what they look like, I'll just go ahead and share the image. There is a little different from a normal panther. Is they have these tentacle things coming off the back of them and like waving around about them as they're looking through stuff. So they're on there. Good news is that they're dangerous, and the one on the right displays their B6 caught smell of you. That's the one that was eating something, and noticed the elf ears poking up over the side of your hair, and he looks up and kind of a low growl escapes from his vocal cords as he kind of sniffs the air and stares directly at you, Armillion. This is where we would roll initiative. In order to do that, what you'll do is you'll click on your character sheet, make sure it's open, and your initiative is going to be in the very, very dead center. It'll say INIT, and then like right below it, it'll be +3 or whatever it is, and you'll just double click that to roll it, and it'll auto place you where you're going to be in initiative order. Go ahead and roll your 20-sider in person, Sylvia.
Repeat that. I'm sorry, I was looking at something else.
Yeah, roll a 20-sider at home.
Okay. Got it. Do you need to see it, or do you trust me?
I mean, are you gonna cheat?
It's a 4.
Okay, so you're a 7. So, this game's only fun if we all are having a good time, like I said. So I'm just gonna be chilling. Zenv, I didn't see an initiative roll.
I am struggling to get my character sheet back open.
If you click on the icon at the top, it'll open. Or you can double click on the icon on the combat tracker and it'll open.
Uh-oh.
So I didn't really start with a heavy-duty story element here. What I will say is you guys just got done escorting, like you just banded together and answered a call to escort a similar merchant through from one town to the next. You're about a mile away from the town that you're heading back to from your last job. You each have 75 gold in your pocket from that job. And you come across this scene on the way back to the town where you're all basically from. Just to make it a little... From is a loose word. I have Outlanders and Far Travelers. Don't worry about that. It's where you settled most recently, and that's where you kind of put up roots for like whether it's a brief amount of time or however you need it to be, based on your own character stuff. So looks like Zenv got out there and did it. I guess everybody on there. Top of the initiative is Baller or Balar.
Let's go with Balar.
Balar.
I like that. Yeah, that sounds good, man.
It's Gaelic. I don't know. I just looked up a Gaelic druid name.
Yeah, no,
it works.
That's totally fine, buddy. So it looks like each one of those squares is 5 foot. So
okay.
You can if you control left click on a displacer beast with your character while it's in your initiative, that actually targets that creature. So if you're going to do something like an arrow attack or spell attack, you've now targeted that creature. Same to get rid of it. That is way one to target. Another way to target, and the way I actually target more, the only time I control click to target is when I'm doing like fireball or something that hits a lot of people, because then I can control click everybody and then attack them all at once and apply it all at once, and it's super simple. But if I'm just attacking one of the displacer beasts, what I'd actually do is from my character sheet on the actions tab, which is the bottom right hand side of your character sheet.
Yep.
You'll see, for instance, you have a sling with 22 shots on it. That's your ranged weapon. You would take where the dice is, it says +5, left click and drag and drop it on the enemy of your choosing.
Okay.
If that was your move. I don't know what you're doing, but go ahead and try it just to see that you got the handle of it. So you're already targeting him, so maybe untarget him with the control click.
So you want me to try the sling on him?
Yeah, just we're not going to count it. We're just going to try it. So just you're going to left click and drag the die over directly onto the beast, which looks like that's what you did. It says right there, hit. You rolled a 22.
Okay.
And then now next to it is the D4 +3 box. Just drag left click and drag that box and drop him on the character. And it looks like you did 7 damage with a sling. What a beast! Druid for the win. Look at that. That's a pretty fucking good roll. That's like max damage minus being.
I mean, that's better. That's better than what I was thinking of doing. I was just going to cast Entangle on it.
Which could work. I mean, maybe, like it might keep it from getting you guys a little bit, but it's not doing damage.
Let us focus on one and then worry about the other one later.
Are you saying that you want to just go ahead and have that be your action? I wasn't going to make you by any means.
I'm good with that.
Then we'll make it real. Then that's a real thing. So here's where it gets fun, and you guys get to make up how into this next part you get. I can easily be the character player who says, I hit him for 7 with my sling. Or I could say, in character, you can go as far as say, Armelian, duck! And I shoot my sling over his head at the displacer beast that was staring at him. And it looks like I hit with a 22. And after it hits him square in the jaw, it does 7 damage to him. Feel free to have a little bit of fun with that if that's your style. I'm not going to make anybody do anything they're uncomfortable doing in that regard, but like if you can describe it in some sort of way without taking away my overall like control of what happens, that's fine. Like, it doesn't matter if you hit the beast and in the chin or the leg, as long as there's no mechanical effect and it's just flavor, I don't care. Let's have fun. Like, feel free to have fun and say, if your druid really is truly actually meant to be a monk and all he ever does is throw sling rocks at people and jump around and do acrobatics and stuff, that's fine. Flavor the shit out of it. I mean, you might have to make some acrobatics checks. I don't know. but I don't know. So I just want to put that out there. Like, don't feel like you have said, you've said plenty, or, say as much as you want as far as how that, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, now when your turn is done, because I assume there's nothing else you could do besides move, would you like to move anywhere?
I think I'm good where I'm at for right now.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So now on the
I hate it when
combat
DMs
tracker,
do that.
I have to put the fear of God in people, on the left-hand bottom corner of the combat tracker, there's a little arrow pointing down.
Yep.
That means you finished your turn. So when you finish your turn, you just click that. Armelian, right. Is it Armelian? Or Aramillion?
Oh, yeah. Aramillion.
Aramillion.
Yeah.
Cyanodo?
Just call me Aram. It's fine.
Aramillion.
Yeah. Official name look good on paper. Nickname's fine.
Alright. Thanks a million.
Yeah. Hey, let's see. What did you say? 5 foot per square?
5 per square, yeah.
Okay. So I can move over by that campfire then, yeah?
Yeah, I think your movement's 30, so you get 6 squares.
Yeah. Alright, so I want to move over by the fire. We're going to do that.
Can't stop the fire.
Because there was just something slung over my head, and I don't like the idea of just standing here. Okay, I dragged it, and how do we make that happen?
What are you trying to do? Oh, I have to accept it. I just have to accept it.
Okay.
So that's 20. You still have 10 foot of movement.
Yeah, I don't need to move any further. Let's see. And which one did he attack? Number 6?
He did. You could tell by their one that's more damage would be number 6.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, 50 foot. Okay. If I got anything that will reach that far.
You're at like 60 seconds, Mike.
Yeah. Okay, so how do I cast the magic missile again?
So then you'll just be on your character action tab, and then if you don't already have it open, you have to hit the magnifying glass next to it to open it.
Okay.
And then you see where it says damage. You're just going to do, let's see, magic missile is
1d4 plus 1 force.
Yeah, it's 1d4 plus 1, so you do 3 magical darts. So you just drop that damage dice on who you're hitting with it three times.
Oh. Excuse me.
and 3. Okay, drop that dice 3 times.
Okay, and it says it did damage to him. So do you want to describe how that looked, or are you?
Yeah. So I mean, essentially, what I did was, first and foremost, there was a giant rock or something float over my head. So I decided to side shift over by the campfire to give me some type of cover, and I wasn't in direct line to things being thrown over my head. And then I shot some magic missiles at the same thing that was just attacked.
Okay. Very good. And now what? You have 10 foot left of movement. Are you good there, or do you want to move?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Next is the Displacer Beast, right? So that's fun, right? You guys ready for this? I mean, it's going to get pretty bad. I'm just kidding. It probably won't even matter. You guys are probably like, it's fine, because he told me he doesn't want to die. He said, don't kill me. Is that what you said?
It's whatever. Just roll with it.
If I die, I die.
If we die, we die.
I mean, we've already ventured into the world of kinks, so fuck me up, daddy.
Oh my gosh. Is fetish kink, or is it just really cool?
My last
No, I think that's a kink.
Fetish and kink are different.
Yeah, that's my
Fair.
question. I think that fetish and kink are a little different. These Displacer Beasts are more kink than fetish, though. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, those whips and tongues right there.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. There's not knocking around. Okay, cool. So magic missile's a thing. And something I should have done, I didn't do because I wasn't sure we were actually doing it, is you actually have disadvantage to attack these creatures. So in order to imply, we'll just push forward for it for now because there's 2 of them, which is way more than you guys can actually probably take. But what I was going to say is you, when you want to employ disadvantage or advantage, on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, it says ADV or DIS. Basically, before you roll, you would just click one or the other of those. Same for the plus and minus 2s and the plus and minus 5s if you ever needed to have cover or anything like that. Just a heads up. So the Displacer Beast has a movement of 40. So let's see, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He'll double move.
Oh, good lord.
But that's his action. Zena V.
Oh boy. Okay.
So as a rogue, you have a cool couple things you can do at first level. You actually have sneak attack already, and you have you don't have to be sneaking for it to work. So like what you'll do is you'll apply the effect on the actions tab. You see where it says effect under sneak attack?
No.
So are you on your actions tab?
Now I am. Okay.
At the bottom it says sneak attack, and then below that there's like a little creepy dude on a button that says effect next to him.
That I don't have here.
There's a little magnifying glass next to rogue actions effects.
Okay.
Click that.
Okay, got it.
Now you see that. If it ever says self in this box next to it, that means you can just click it and it'll apply to you.
Okay.
If it doesn't say self, it has to be applied to somebody else. You can just drag that button over to the picture on the screen and make sure the name lights up, and then it'll apply to them. But go ahead and apply it to yourself first. So I assume you're attacking. I'm just assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
Did I do it?
Let me see. No. Yeah, there you go. Now you've done it.
Got it.
Now, if you're going to use your crossbow, which I assume you will, you'll take the D20 with the +6 next to it, left click, drag and drop it on Displacer Beast 6. That's a miss. It would be a disadvantage. Oh, and I meant to tell you it would be a disadvantage anyhow, but that's your attack.
Alright.
Do you want to stay there or do you want to move?
I think I want to stay there.
Okay.
Yes.
Baron Rumpelmints. We all know he's up for a good time. He is going to... Let's see. I probably should give him more than nothing. So let me give him a spell here. What's it called? What's it called? Yeah, let's give him some Bane. He likes that. He'll go ahead and cast Bane. I don't think that's right, but wow, that's fine. We'll see what happens. He failed, so that creature now has Bane on him, which is a minus D4 to his attacks and saves. I think the Placer Beasts actually get, if it's hit by attack. Nope, it's just attack rolls. Okay, cool. So it's been cast Bane on it, and he is going to actually move back here. And then Sylvia, are you by chance able to see what's going on at all anywhere, or are you?
Yeah, I can. I'm able to see what's going on.
Nice. So you are just below the other two there. There's a Displacer Beast about to eat your guys' sorcerer. First death of the night.
All right. Did you equip me with weapons, or am I equipping myself with that? I wasn't
did you
sure.
pick an Eon Beyond by chance?
Longbow, arrow, and daggers.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You can have those. I mean, that's no problem. I can throw them on here, but they don't really matter if you can't use them.
Yeah. Can you move diagonal with the squares, or is it just forward and that?
Forward and sideways for the most part. You can move diagonal too, but after the first one, it counts for more, so it's just easier. You basically get one free one.
Okay. Move 5, 10.
Sounds
Sorry,
Spider-Man.
man,
Everybody gets one.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
You said longbow
30.
and daggers?
Yes. And I want to move I don't know if I can move myself. No, I can't.
I mean,
I just want to move myself.
You can't, right?
Not currently.
Okay, where do you want to go?
Go ahead, move me up towards the log. As far as I can go and as close as I can get.
Right there?
Yeah, right there's good. And over Aram, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to duck so I can shoot over your shoulder, over your head to hit the beast with the longbow.
I like it. Aram.
Aram. It's Aaron, but Aram.
Yeah. Fucking love it.
Okay. Fucking come on, stupid dice bag. Okay, sorry. And I have to roll to see.
First, you have to roll to hit.
If
So
it
you roll a
hits,
20-sider to see if you hit.
16.
16 to hit this play. You have to roll twice, though, because you do get disadvantage because he's a Displacer Beast. The lower of the two.
I got 3 of the lower 2.
Okay, so you missed.
Whoa.
It was worth the shot, though, right?
Yeah, Aram got a good duck in. He got some exercise.
Yeah, he got to run up there, right? He feels good. All right, I am giving you guys something on your sheets. Come in handy at some point. Let me see if you can actually fix this. Items, that's fine.
Guys,
Okay.
I can do a few things.
Sylvia 1, 2. Let's see the Baron. Might as well give the Baron one, right? I'm giving you guys all like a healing potion to have started with.
Cool.
You'll need it, so I might as well give you one each.
Where do we find that at? Is that under action?
Yeah, it's yeah. There we go. It's gonna be under actions now, yeah. There you go. And I guess I can give you one too, Mike, even though you don't deserve it.
All right, I'm going to use the bathroom. I'm setting up in my bedroom, so I will be right back.
Okay. There we go. Oops. There we go. Let me see if I can fix it. Zenavia. That's fine. Okay, so that is all those guys. Sorry, I got 50 screens open right now. Sylvia went, she missed, Displacer Beast. This Displacer Beast is actually going to head over to where this food is and start eating it. It's going to start eating for now. And we're back to the top for you, Baller.
I think I'm going to go ahead with my original plan and cast Entangle on Displacer 6. So how do I do that?
So you could just control, or you can drop the spell on him. So on your actions tab, if you go down to the spell, which is going to be Entangle, you'll see it says cast, which you can click there and it'll roll it. So that's just saying that you rolled it, but then you're going to roll you're going to drop the save dice on the Displacer Beast. So left click and drag the save die over to him.
Okay,
I think this is
that's
wrong.
got a 20-foot radius. I actually want to drop it a little farther out.
What's the save on it? Is it really? It's just strength.
Now it says strength.
I mean, I put that there.
Give me a second, I lagged up here.
I think I fixed it because you got a pretty good wisdom modifier, so you should be doing that. So that's good.
Alright, so I just drop it where I want to cast it, right?
Well, you just drop it on the beast to see if he fails his save or not, because then the entangle happens to the area, but he's either entangled or he gets out of it.
Okay, because the spell, when I look at it, do I have to cast it specifically on a beast, or can I cast it on a spot?
Yeah, I think you can cast it on a spot, but
Okay,
you can
yeah,
also
'cause it
cast
says
it
a
on the beast if you wanted.
Yeah, because it says a 20-foot radius, and I wanted to cast it a little bit north of Beast 6, so I don't tangle up Aram there.
Perfect. And you can actually, what you can do is right-click on the screen and go to the arrow, right-click on the map, and go to the arrow where it says pointers, and left-click that. And then a circle, a square, and a triangle will show up, as well as a pointer. I think you probably do a circle, because it's, 20-foot radius or something? So you can just left-click on the circle, and then left-click, hold, and drag to make a circle.
You lost me there somewhere.
That's all right. I tend to go fast, but I'm always willing to go back. So right-click on the map.
Okay.
You see the pointer on the top left?
Yep.
Left-click that, and then pick the draw circle, left-click it.
Okay.
And now left-click, hold, and drag to make a circle. Just do it to the point of...
Okay, I gotcha.
I might have just deleted it on accident, so you'll have to... Yeah. And then you can drag that where you want it.
Oh, that's dragging my screen. There we go. So yeah, I want to do it like there.
Okay. And then since he's in there, you're still going to want to cast it on him since he's already in it.
Which I already did, right?
So
do I have to do it again?
You have to drop the save on him now.
Okay.
So he failed, so he's essentially entangled. That's helpful, to be honest. And then if you're done, unless you're going to move...
You'll grab me the mosquito stuff, please.
Yeah, I am going to move. how do we do movement again?
So you just left click and drag your character to each individual square you want to follow along, and then I accept the movement.
I have to do it one square at a time?
Well, you can do it pretty fast, though. I mean...
Okay.
Really, for just throwing some portraits together, I think we did pretty good.
Here's a good question. I just accidentally closed the map on my screen. How do I get it back?
Just double-click on your portrait on the combat tracker or on the token on the right-hand side of your character sheet.
And then turn complete. There we go.
All right. Aran?
Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's hey, let's do some burning hands here.
Looks like he fails. That Bane is not helping him very much, helping that guy out very much.
You mean damage incoming yet?
Yeah, I don't see any damage yet.
Get off! Get the fuck off!
Looks like he took half, but he has avoidance as a displacer beast, so that's why he takes half.
Gotcha.
Still, I mean, did some damage, 5 damage to him.
Yeah. And I can still move now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's shift a little bit here. That works for me.
Entangled causes the restrained or the grappled condition.
Are you asking?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Let me see. Creature in the area when you cast a spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained until the spell ends.
At the bottom, though, it says he gets a check every round at the end of its turn.
Yeah, strength check every round to break free.
And that uses up his turn. So he breaks free this
Correct.
round. He gnaws his way through the entanglement and slashes at it. Zone of V.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna move to here. That's only 10.
This other displacer beast. Never mind. Okay, you're good. You move in 10. I'll talk about him in a minute.
Okay. Then I think I'm gonna do crossbow again.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. So make sure you put your sneak on.
It is on. And this is at disadvantage, right?
It's a disadvantage, correct, because he's displacing the beast. Oh,
Darn
you missed.
it.
Barely missed.
All right.
Do you want to use your? Do you think you want to see if Sylvia will give you any inspiration? I know she's got one floating in her back pocket from text messaged me first. Cheyenne, you want to share the love and give her a shot, or you want to hold that for yourself for later?
I'll go ahead and share. I'm still trying to figure out my character, so if she can use it, she can use it.
Hey, there we go. Share the wealth. Just add it. You're going to hit, so go ahead and do your damage because there's no way you could miss on her inspiration. Typically, I do a reroll. We're just going to say it's a hit.
All right. What do I do for damage? Sorry.
So now you just have to drag the crossbow 1d8 plus 4 box over and drop it on the displacer beast.
All right.
There we go. You did it.
Yay.
All right. The Baron's in the house. You know how he treats things. He's very barony. It's just his name. He's like Baron Trump's first name. You know, same thing. Not why I did it. It just sort of happened. Let's see. And he's pretty far away. He'll move to here. Scoots on over to there, and we're going to have him go ahead and... He's actually just going to crossbow as well. He's feeling that same type of way. He's going to crossbow this Displacer Beast. Okay. Looks like he did hit for 8 damage. So he scoots on over, twangs off a shot at the beast. And then it's going to be your turn, Sylvia.
Alrighty. Go ahead and move me move me up in front of the Displacer Beast, the 6th one. And I want to go ahead and take out my dagger and try to gut it in a way. Just kind of like stab it as much as I can.
Okay.
Alright, that's a roll.
It is. Yep, so roll your 20-sider.
Oh, goddamn. Sorry, I've got a shitty spot. Of course, everything wants to be fucking difficult. 11.
Plus 5 is 16, so that does hit. It's a D4 plus 3 for your damage.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Did you roll a D4 yet?
So, not yet. I was throwing something at my cat.
Cats have that effect.
So I rolled a 4. 3.
Alright, so that's 6 points of damage to him. 48. Okay, it is going to be the end of your turn. It'll be Displacer Beast 5's turn. He's still eating stuff. Balar of the Halo.
Oh, great. I'm gonna go ahead and do this sling again because I had such good luck the first time. I drag the die onto the beast, correct?
Yes, but first you're going to hit DIS for disadvantage because he's displacing.
Okay. All right, so disadvantage and then roll.
10's not going to be enough.
All right, so if I'm not moving, I just end the turn then.
Yep, that's it. Amaram Dong? Aram?
Aram. Yeah, I'll take Aram. That works too.
Foot
Hey. Let's touch. We're in 20 foot. We got this.
Ah. That you're at disadvantage
Okay.
anyway because you're trying to do an attack. So
Yeah.
Displacer
I'm
Beast 6 thinks less of it. And he's going to disengage and double move to get away from you guys. Xanavi.
All right. So she's gonna go. I'm scared of how close to go. Oh boy. Are they within 80 feet? Because I think that's the range for my crossbow.
So if you left click or control left click on the one you're thinking of hitting, and then hover over your character, it'll tell you the distance. So left click or control left click on whoever you're targeting.
So left click.
Yep, and now it should show you the distance. So it looks like 50
It
feet.
is not.
So
Oh, there it goes, finally.
A crossbow's range is 80 to 320. So you're good.
Okay. We're gonna go for the crossbow again.
Okay. Hey, but you don't have sneak attack this time.
I don't. Can I turn it back on?
You can if you hide from it. So this would be a good time to find a place to not be seen and take a shot from somewhere where it doesn't see you, because then you would get sneak attack if you're hidden from it. But since it's not engaging with an ally, you don't get sneak attack unless you're hidden.
Okay. Would like ducking behind this little log here be hidden?
Depending on how well you roll your stealth check, it could, yeah. But then you'd be shooting through an ally, so you'd be at -2 to hit.
Okay.
And at disadvantage because it's a displacer beast, and there's another beast and a bunch of stuff in front of it.
I'm just gonna try without sneak attack.
Okay, that's totally acceptable too. Still does damage if it hits. So
Okay.
you're gonna hit the DIS in the bottom corner because you're at disadvantage because this is a displacer beast.
Oh crap!
That's all right.
There we go. Oh, you're kidding.
That one.
That one.
Your string comes undone off the crossbow. It'll take at least a minute to restring.
Oof.
That's 10 rounds.
That hurts.
Are you finished?
I'm gonna. Oh crap! That's not what I want to do. I'm gonna move right here.
Okay. I like it. And then the good old Baron is up. He's going to come up here now that they've made the run. He's going to play on his flute and do a dance little jig, and he's going to give bardic inspiration to Sylvia.
Fuck yeah.
Which is you'll be able to use at your whim.
Reroll for higher score.
Basically, it's a you add to your roll.
Oh.
He will use his
Sorry, my old
crossbow.
group played a little differently.
Shoot, 19 would hit. Let's see if he rolled high enough for both, because I didn't do disadvantage. Hell yeah, he hits either way. Boom. Puts a nice 10 points into the Displacer Beast. Sylvia, you're up.
Can I move to the left a little bit to where I can get them in front of each other? Or get one in front of the other? That should be in my range of movement, right?
What are you trying to do? I'm sorry.
Go up 5 spaces and then go over, or go up 1 square and then go over 1, 2, 3. Right next to that log. No, to the left. I'm so sorry. Yes. Now that should make me diagonal to have them right in front of each other, right?
Yeah, they're in a line to you.
Can I shoot my bow to try to make it go through and hit the other?
You would shoot it if you're shooting at 6. You would have these 5 in front of it. I'd probably just give you a -2 to the attack, plus you're at disadvantage.
Alrighty, so roll d20. Hold on, that's not gonna work. It's gonna be a 9. I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration to add
A D4 to it, I believe.
d4. Okay.
I think it changes per level. Right now it is bardic inspiration. Let's see. I think it is a D4 initially. No, it's a D6. So
Cool.
you basically just get an extra D6 on your roll, which you'll roll, and then you can add a D6 and just tell me the total.
Total is gonna be 10.
Okay.
Great.
That's not gonna be enough.
Nope, it's not.
Other Displacer Beast is not nearly as worried, but he drags the meat off into the brush. He's got what appears to be a human female carcass.
Dead.
And we're at Balar, or Balar.
Before I start my turn, real question. So I've got that 20-foot radius still on my map. but my concentration broke when I used my sling. So do I have to do something to get rid of that?
Your concentration wouldn't break because of using your sling. Your concentration would only break from taking damage or canceling the spell.
Okay. Do I need to cancel a spell before I use another one, or how does that work?
Only if it's another concentration spell.
Okay.
So you can cast like an instant spell or something like that.
Yeah, so based on the fact that the animals are disengaging, I'm going to cast my Speak with Animals on myself and try to like figure out what the hell is going on with them.
Okay.
And see if continuing to pursue them is even worth it, if they're a threat.
To give you an idea, the one you can still see is barely at half health now. Like it looks like it maybe got scratched up a bit. It's got a couple of arrows sticking out of it, but it doesn't even seem to be slowed down.
Okay. And there's like, do I get any indication towards what it's trying to accomplish or do or anything like that?
Well, the one it did drag the meat away.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure if it's just a dumb beast. Do you have knowledge nature?
I do.
So under skills, you just go to nature to kind of get a better feel for what a displacer beast is into.
Do I have to roll, or what am I doing?
Yeah, so you go to the skills tab on your character sheet, and then there's a number where it says like plus whatever. You'll just double click on that number, and it'll roll for you. Okay, so 13. You don't know a lot about displacer beasts. You know a little bit. You know they're monstrous predators. Something to do with Fae. They love to kill, not just for food, but for sport. So they're actually they'll even target people when they're just out to hunt versus just for fun. They don't even necessarily have to be hungry.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move and reposition myself, and then I'm good to go. Right there.
Okay, and I'll accept your movement. You'll scooch.
And that's it.
Okay.
Did it not click?
And then you'll click the button to end your turn.
Yep. It's taking me a
It's
second.
just lagging. Okay.
Once in a while.
No judging, just lagging. Got it. Aram?
Yeah. Let's see. I got what, 30 feet
of movement? Yes. But
Yeah.
if you go through that black circle, that your movement is halved.
Oh, wait a minute.
Because that is considered difficult terrain.
Gotcha. Well then, I'll move up here then. That works.
Kind of. I mean, jumping over tables and stuff, I'd say is probably difficult terrain too, and then that's like a ledge there, but I'll allow it.
Just put me right in that vicinity. Yeah, I'm trying to get the most out of my movement, basically, over in that corner.
Are you trying to see the displacer beast or no?
I am essentially trying to move up behind it without going through the circle.
Okay. Do you want to double move or no? Right now there's a tent between you and it.
No, I'd rather not.
Okay.
I'm not trying to get toe to toe with it. I'm just trying to kind of follow it, see where it's going, see what it's doing, without getting too close.
Okay. It also goes off into the brush after its partner, dragging the meat with them this time. Xenovi, you don't see where they went for sure. You know the general direction, but you don't see them currently in attack range or.
Okay. I'm gonna move as far as I can this way.
Okay.
And then I'll double move and go here.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. It's under your skills tab on your sheet. Just you, Zenavi.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
perfect. No, that's totally fine. Totally acceptable answer.
Okay.
You did great. And then I guess that's probably all for you.
Yep.
Baron Rumplemints is going to go ahead and chill. Rumplemints is going to chill right there. Sylvia.
Go ahead and move me as close as you can with Aram. I know it's over the
That's one.
And
That's
that's
one movement. That's one. That's your normal base movement.
Yeah. That's probably going to be all I can do. I don't really think I can fire an arrow aimlessly. I mean, I could.
Yeah, it's just not, you don't know what you're shooting at. What did you take for armor? Chainmail?
Armor?
Yeah.
I think I just did basic armor.
Well, fighters get chainmail.
Yes, chainmail.
So basic. One of the basic choices is chainmail. So I'll just put that on there.
Okay.
Give you a better armor
long
class.
gun.
13 was not going to be great for you.
Do what?
A 13 was not going to be great for you guys. Okay, we're officially out of combat. The Displacer Beast went and left after the one took a bunch of damage. It definitely wasn't down for the count, but it did not like as much damage as it took, especially considering they took out that Traveler on their own pretty quickly, pretty easily, without much damage coming to them.
So we were sent out here for, what was it again?
So you had left from the town. You're now a mile or so away from the direction you're traveling north. You had taken a different caravan through these windy trails of the foothills to the next closest town, which happens to be at a crossroads. And then you're coming back to where you guys have all basically, I wouldn't say set up roots, but have basically stopped in your travels, or you're either from this area, you're staying here for a while, you got hired for a gig, or you're just drinking your... Whatever your reason, you each have your own reason for being at this small town. It's a decent-sized small town, and it is on the coast. And you're currently just heading back from a job. You each got 75 gold in your pockets.
Yeah, I remember that part. I was just double-checking and making sure that there wasn't somebody in this roadside merchant that we were looking for, or...
No, you already did your job. This is just another random...
Okay.
Well,
I guess I'm going to start looking around and seeing if there's anybody left, like hiding, or...
Okay. Where are you going first? The tent to your immediate left is more like an open air tent. Like, it's not made for sleeping in. It's more like a canvas drawn over the top to keep the rain off. It's more like a stand.
Yeah, that's what I kind of assumed by the appearance. So I was thinking the building or cart, mobile cart.
So you're gonna head that way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna disengage my entangled to make it easier to move around, obviously.
Sure. I think that makes a lot of sense. So Tangled goes away. I just put 75 gold on each of your sheets, so you're good to go there. You get over there, and you notice that the cart itself, she walked right past it, but the cart is locked from the inside.
Okay, knock on it. See if anybody's gonna, answer.
Of course. So you hear, are they gone? Have they left?
Yes, they've gone.
My wife?
Yeah, she's gone too.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think she left, but
She's fine.
You say what?
She left. She gone.
I'm not sure who your wife is. So,
So you
I
don't
can
see
tell
her?
you, but there's nobody else out here.
Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm coming. Hold on. You hear a lot of like clattering around and banging of things and like stuff being moved away from the door.
How about I back up just towards the little table so I don't get pinged by a door or something?
Okay, yeah, because you know me. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, give it it's about 4 or 5 minutes of moving around and banging, and kind of little curly-haired, maybe 35 to 40-year-old humanoid, maybe a tall halfling or a small human, pops out. Hold on, I have him here. I'll give him to you in just 2 seconds. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I did not prepare for anything. We're just kind of winging it to get a feel for how we're gonna play and what people like and everything. So excuse me if I occasionally have to like throw stuff together. So Larry pops his head out of the wagon. You can see, like I said, kind of a scruffy-haired, obvious merchant type. Maybe not very successful. His clothes are nice, but like not in the best of condition.
Awesome.
They look like they've been worn. He maybe has seen his more well-off days. Once he gets out, he looks around, notices a pile of blood, gets a little like white in the face, and purposely seems to like lean away from it and start picking up his wares off the broken table and the knocked over table and starting to bag things up to put in his cart. Oh, thank you for chasing away the beasts. It's a shame about my wife.
Yeah, sorry, man. What? I mean, they just come out of nowhere? What's going on?
Yeah, I had no idea. We were just traveling along, and we decided to set up shop here on this common path between the two towns, and thought maybe we could catch some stragglers before they hit the open market. And we were just here, and I was taking a nap, and I heard her start screaming. I look out, and there's 2 of them pulling her apart. I didn't know what to do, so I shut the door and locked it, and I've been hiding here ever since. She was a goner.
Man, that must have been rough.
There's nothing I could have done. She was just the two. They had tentacles, and they're giants, and they were just yanking her and beat each other and staring at me. And I swear to God, they were going to kill me next if I even came out. And I promptly locked myself in, and I'll never forgive myself. But I don't even have any skill with weapons or magic or anything. I'm a common tradesman, you know.
So I see a fire pit over there. I'm sure there was a hot stick. You could have tried to poke him or something, but
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
but
I mean, it's your wife, buddy.
listen, Mr. Elf, I'm not the fastest individual, and as you can see, the fire is a good distance from where I was. If I'd have gone out there, I'd have never been able to get back in.
I'm just saying that if that's your wife, you should be going and taking care of her and helping her. But it's besides the point. We're not going to judge you slightly.
Oh, well, I'm sure I'm judging myself.
That's good.
Sounds to me like you might need a little help with protection.
Yeah, I mean, not too far-fetched. I don't really have much to offer in ways of garnering protection, but I'd be happy for some company at least the rest of the way to town. I should be packed up here within the hour.
Well, I mean, nothing in life is free. What might you have to trade in return for protection services?
Well, after a day at the market, I am sure I'll have some coin, or I might trade for some goods you could potentially be interested in. If that's something that you'd be interested in, that's fine. Once I get to town, I'm afraid it might be the last trip for me for a while after this horrifying endeavor. I still have to go tell her dad that she died on the trail. He always said that she would die out in the wild with me. He never liked me. This is going to be a hard conversation. Would one of you like to have it for me?
You're a traveling merchant. What kind of merchandise do you sell?
Well, odds and ends, and just different antiquities and scrolls and books and knickknacks and things.
Zenevie is gonna move just slightly so she can look into the door and kind of see what he's got in there.
So have you guys seen the movie Stardust?
A long time ago.
It's essentially just a wagon. There's some potions in there. He's got some different books, some like figurines. It looks like he's got a couple things of armor and some like moderately nice weapons and things, but nothing nothing of any one kind of thing. He's definitely not like the potion merchant or the armor or anything like that. He's kind of he's rabble. He's got a bunch of different things he kind of carries with him.
Well, I mean, like Baylor there was saying, you know, I mean, we're going to escort the guy to town. He doesn't have a whole lot of money, but he's got items, obviously. I don't know if they're maybe poke around and see if there's anything worth anything in there for trade.
Well, my biggest problem is getting this wagon back on the road with my donkey being gone. I'm pretty sure they ate her too. Poor Elizabeth. I'll miss her as well.
I mean, we didn't see a donkey when we walked up, so it's very possible she just took off.
I hope
can
so.
I do?
That donkey
Can
was
I
not
look
cheap.
and? Can I start looking around and see if I see like hoof marks running off in a certain direction or anything?
Yeah, survival check. Where are you doing it at? He'll point you in the right
Based
direction. The donkey was over by where Sylvia was. He was attached to that log, or that stump there.
Yeah, so I'll start checking in that general direction. So, and I just double click for survival check.
On the skills tab, yep.
Oof.
You know, there's a lot of footprints over here. It looks like you found some elf prints, you found some tiefling prints. Might have found the cloven hoof of a donkey, but it could also have been a bear track. Not sure. A lot of you know, turf and surf over here. Everything's kind of churned up in the excitement. Cool. So honestly, guys, we're gonna call it tonight. Was really just a session 0 to get a feel for Fantasy Grounds, get some characters made, do a little combat, just so you kind of get a feel for how that'll be. Next Wednesday, I'm open to play again. We'll do the same thing. We'll just jump on. Next Wednesday, it'll be a little bit quicker because everything's already in place. I'll actually plan for something. We'll get to the town at some point next game.
Alright.
So
Sounds good.
on the way there may be another encounter. There may not. Everybody can level to 2. So when I said we'll call it, let's go ahead and level up, and then we'll be done with everything. And now the way you level in Fantasy Grounds is actually pretty easy. You just do the same thing like you did when you first picked your class. On your main character sheet page, you just go down to classes and drag and drop the class you're taking for your second level onto the class line, and it'll automatically fill you full of things. And then that's it. That's all. Literally all you do is you just drag and drop the character class on there, like Rogue 2. Done. Good job. Sylvia, you probably can't do it. I'll just drop it on there for you. I assume you're still doing fighter.
Yeah, I'm still my character on the D&D Beyond is basically what I'm playing.
Okay. Cool.
Hopefully I can work on the fairgrounds throughout the week and see if I can get it working.
Yeah, just check and see what kind of RAM you have. If you have 8 RAM, it's just probably never going to work. If you have 12 or 16, it might work. It's a lot of different functions and stuff going on at once.
Yeah, either
Do we
way,
have
I
to
can.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Aram.
No, that wasn't me. That was Bob.
I have
Baylor.
no idea who's talking.
It was me. No, I was just gonna ask if there was anything special we had to do to like make sure our character gets saved and whatnot before.
Nope, it's all saved in Fantasy Grounds. It's not a browser extension. It's actually, it's actually a program that it saves in a file on your folder. So it is all saved on there. Okay, guys, thoughts. I know that some of you are newer, some of you are older, but thoughts on you know what your experience has been tonight, but also like what you've experienced over time. What are your guys' thoughts on how this is gonna go? And then obviously we'll look at, it's gonna be different as we develop together. This is the first night we've all pretty much met, you know.
My old group does Bardic Inspiration differently, so that kind of threw me off. But
How do they do it?
Yeah.
Is it a dice re-roll?
basically, if you have Bardic Inspiration and you roll and it's a roll that you don't want, you can re-roll and you take the higher of the two rolls. You don't like add the number on top.
Interesting. So I just do Bardic Inspiration by what it says it does. So for Bardic
Yeah.
Inspiration, if you look under abilities for the Bard, it says you can inspire others through steering words of music. To do so, use a bonus action, and one creature other than yourself within 60 feet who can hear you gains Bardic Inspiration, die a d6.
Yeah, no, that just it was different the way that the group played it, and that threw me off. But that's cool.
And that'll happen. I also do flanking rules and other things that will come up during game. So
You do flanking?
I do flanking. So that means like if you're parallel, if you can cut a line from you to your cohort in crime through an enemy, you get advantage.
Awesome, cool. I like that.
But so do enemies. So I mean, it's something to think about.
Yeah.
But Larry's happy to be escorted. You guys don't find his mule. We'll work on getting his wagon back if you guys want to help him. He says he can either pay you or maybe keep an eye out for good item deals as time goes on if you want to frequent his soon-to-be stationary cart in town.
All right.
Any other thoughts, guys? I'm open. I like to get feedback just because, again, like I said earlier, it's all of our game, and I know some of you have played more than others, some not at all. And it'll be a little different when we go to town. We'll have more role playing. We'll get some more combat here and there. Decisions will matter.
No, I'm just gonna have to dig into Druid gameplay because I just took Circle of the Moon, so I got Wild Shape now, and I gotta figure all that out. So.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, feel free to continue looking stuff up. I will go ahead and send over a D&D Beyond invite to each of you so that you can utilize D&D Beyond that I have. I also have all these books in it as well. So I'll forward that over to y'all, and then if you want to make your character in Beyond, you can. It's kind of nice to have. I'm going to pump through here real quick. There's... And then for D&D Beyond, you might want to get your characters, like you probably know your main stuff, but you might want to write down your ability scores so you can put them how they're supposed to be on there. And you don't have to make the characters in Beyond, but it's not a bad idea to. I'm looking at above virtual tabletop to try it. I haven't made the jump yet, but it links to Beyond, so we could actually do what we just did in Fantasy Grounds on a free server in Beyond, using Beyond as our like game that we're playing from. I don't know. It seems pretty cool and kind of easy to use, but I'm coming across some kinks in it, and I know Fantasy Grounds really well, so I typically use that, but I do want to just explore the other one at some point, so no worries either way. I don't know.
No, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. It's a mobile version of your character, so it's easier to look over. But
yeah, it's nice to have just for reference, if nothing else, you know. All right, everybody leveled up. Everybody, if they wanted to copy their ability scores down, get them copied.
Yep, I'm good.
Thumbs up, Mike.
Good.
yeah, I'm fine. But
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream. You guys have a good night on that side. Anybody decides to watch how to play Dungeons and Dragons first time in or whatever, this is a good one for that.